welcome maintainers, Staff Sergeant Orr, 490 of Civil Affairs, here with another YouTube tutorial for GCSS Army. Today we're going to be going over transferring material from one SLOC to another SLOC through GCSS Army. Alright, while this is loading up, I'm going to go ahead and push credit out to the folks that helped with this. Sergeant Green, who was formerly Corporal Green, he got promoted. Sergeant Green over at the 416th Tech has been absolutely instrumental in making all of this stuff happen for us. He's been providing probably the best info I've heard to date on all things GCSS Army. And so if you want to look up Sergeant Green, who used to be Corporal Green, and give him some thanks, then I highly recommend it. He's a really good guy, very patient too. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into this process and transfer some material. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go into WinGUI. All right, we're going to go into WinGUI, and we're going to go right into our material situation report. Okay, you're going to type in the UIC of the equipment that is currently stored, or where the equipment is currently stored. Today what we're going to be doing instead of tires is we're going to do adhesive. We're going to transfer a tube of adhesive. Okay. Now that we're here in our material situation report, if you want to go ahead and sort in ascending, it'll put everything in alphabetical order. That way you can find what you're looking for a lot easier. In this case, it's adhesive. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this material number and write it down or copy it, because this is what we're going to be using to transfer. The next screen that we're going to be using is going to be MIGO. So O-M-I-G-O. It's going to open this screen up. Okay. The drop down should show Other. The transfer posting should be 303. If you have anything besides 303, it needs to be changed. Okay. So the material that we're going to be transferring, like I said, is going to be the adhesive. We're going to transfer it from our SLOC, which was 11 IE. Or I'm sorry, the plant is 2000. My bad. The storage location is 11 IE. Okay. We're going to go ahead and transfer one tube. So TU. Go ahead and hit enter. And everything's going to populate. Batch is going to be alpha 9 zeros. Just like that. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to figure out the customer number, which is going to go under the partner tab in MIGO. But in order to do that, you need to open up a new window. So what we're going to do is we're going to go /OZFE, Zulu Foxtrot Echo, hit enter. And it's going to open this tab. What we're going to do is we're going to go down into the provision portion. The provision portion of this. So we're going to go plant. It's going to be 2000. And it's going to be, we're going to look at the storage location that we are sending this to. In this case, for this example, I'm sending it to the 416th Tech. I already have their storage location. I'm going to put that in there. Okay. So I'm going to hit execute. And now we're going to look for the customer number. The customer number is in this little portion right here, but you're going to have to scroll all the way to the right to see it. So you scroll all the way to the right, you find where it says customer. Right underneath should be the customer number. So I'm going to right click that, copy the text. You can copy it or write it down depending on what you like to do. I'm going to exit out of here and it's going to bring me right back to MIGO, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. Okay. So there is our customer number for where we are going to transfer our adhesive. If you hit enter, it should show the unit that it's going to. Okay. Now, coming back over here, we can go ahead and fill in the rest of this plant 2000 just to make sure we're not going to have any kind of crazy errors. All right. We're going to go ahead and check this material. It says document is okay. Then we are going to post it. Now, when you post it, this material document number is very important. It needs to be written down. All right. You have to write this number down, because this number is going to allow the person receiving the material to look this information up very quickly and very accurately so they can receive this information. In our case, the tires being very high dollar. We don't want to make any mistakes. So write this down. It's good for a reference. Email it to the person who is receiving so they can look up this information. Once you hit OK, then you have officially sent that information to the receiving SLOC. Now, let's say you got click happy. You went a little bit too fast and you did not write down that number. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to have to figure out where that number is at. And the only way to do that I know of currently is through the T code ZMB59. Zulu Mike Bravo 59. So I'm going to open up a new window and we're going to go ahead and put in whatever the material was. In our case, it was adhesive. The plant 2000. And you can jump all the way down to movement type, which we said was 303 in MyGo. Now, if you didn't put the material number in here, it's going to pull everything that is incoming and outgoing for the entire unit that you're in. And it's going to take some time. But since we know the material number, once we hit execute, it's going to still say it's going to take a long time, but it will not. It'll pop up immediately. It's going to populate your material numbers for the things that have been incoming and outgoing. In our case, it's a whole lot of adhesive because I've been practicing. All right. So if you click out too fast and you forgot what that document number is, you can go through these material document numbers, figure out which one it is that you sent, so you can then send it over to the receiving SLOC or the receiving maintainer. Okay. So there you go. Now that I've sent something out and we've checked our work through ZMB 59, now we want to try to receive. Okay, so we're going to be on the other end. Somebody has sent something to us. Now we're going to receive it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to Material Document right here. And all of this stuff in MyGo is going to go away. You can go ahead and take the material document and you can put it right up in here. Now I did this before in a previous video, but I messed the video up and had to start over. So I'm going to see if I can't do it. It's going to give me an error, but I'm going to try it anyway. Now you're going to put this material document up here, hit enter, and it should populate what that person has sent to you. And this is what you're going to see on the receiving end. Okay? From here, what you want to do is you want to go to the Where tab. It's going to say 303. You want to change that to 305. Once you change that to 305, go back to Transfer Posting. Okay, you're going to change the storage location to your storage location, 11IE. And from there, you're going to go ahead and check the item. This is probably going to give me an error because I already transferred it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe not. It says it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and post it. I have not flagged any items as okay. Oh, you got to check this. My bad. Item okay. Yes. And then post. All right, it worked. And that is how you receive in GCSS Army. You can save this material document number for later for the things that you have received as well. So you can look it up in ZMB 59. Now, closing notes for this transaction. All right. Whenever you do any kind of transfer in between units, it's good to have a point person to do this. Meaning you're going to have one person in charge. It's usually going to be a maintainer, probably not a clerk. But you want to have one person to do this. So just in case there's an audit, you're going to be able to see who's been transferring equipment a lot easier than if there's just a bunch of people. All right. The other thing for this is the way that these tires are going to be transferred across our units. Okay. What's going to happen is one person is going to transfer tires through GCSS Army. The other person is going to accept those tires. From there, we can generate shipping documents, but it's going to have to be done a special way. Once it's received, once the part's consumed to a work order, you're going to have to digitally send everything back to the source. So in my case, if I send it to somebody digitally, they're going to send it back to me digitally once they consume on the work order. Then what I can do is I can generate the 1348s, send it in for the MRO, and then once I get the MRO, I email it back to the unit where the tires were sent. Once this is done, you can go ahead and generate the SDT for turn-in to the RIC1. Now it's a very complex thing, and there's probably going to be more coming from the KCOM to get this stuff done. But for now, this is the only way that I know how to do it. So hopefully this helps you guys out. And if you have any other questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comments section below on this video. Or you can go ahead and email me directly, and I'll see about getting the right answer if I can find it. All right. Hopefully this finds you all well, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.